Okay, folks, this is Kenny Galloway here from Sales Haven Insights. This is the second episode. We have with us live Ross Porter from Podium Apps. Podium Apps is basically quite an interesting business that Ross and his co-founder has come up with. They have some quite fantastic high clientele, industries leaders in different industries, sports leaders, and obviously the Dead Rabbit bar in New York, and you also have the Black Taylor Sister bar on board as well. So Ross has basically redefined how the app industry is working through his business. So he's redefining this, and he has some quite interesting ethics and morals about selling. So to give an indication, Ross sold worldwide, internationally. So this is kind of the reason we've brought Ross on board, because we want to investigate in a little bit more detail, and to understand why Podium Apps is so successful at the moment. So Ross, could you tell the audience and tell me a little bit more just about Podium Apps and what it's all about?
Yeah, in 2015, myself and my business partner co-founded Podium Apps. Both of us were involved in the telecoms industry at the time. And we both have friends who were very much involved in the technical world of websites and obviously apps as well. We came up with the idea, initially it was for education, for a way that a school could communicate better with parents and also give a wee bit of ownership to the children as well. And we decided we built a platform to do that, and we brought on a few schools. It worked very successfully. We did it abroad. My business partner is originally from New Zealand. I'm born and bred in Northern Ireland. And we did it abroad and it worked great. So we then decided to bring it across to Northern Ireland. And then off the offshoots of that, we then looked at doing it for different businesses, because we found it a bit of a niche. So we looked at bars, clubs, restaurants, sports teams, celebrities. And then from that, it just took a life on its own. It's an industry that's evolved. The key thing that sort of works in it is both Kieran and myself are like-minded, and that's important in any business, to be surrounded by like-minded people. And we don't see anything as a major obstacle. There's no answer to us. It's right, let's figure out a way around that. And by doing that, what we then decided to do was we created different modules within our apps. So we do like loyalty programs. We have created our own online ordering system. We obviously integrate all the social media. And from that, we then put ourselves on a podium or a platform, pardon the pun. And we leaped into not necessarily conquering Northern Ireland, but locally, the local markets, and said, listen, we've got something good here. Let's take it international. And by doing that, we've now created a brand. As what you said, Kenny, we've got a lot of high-profile brands out there, a lot of major sports teams. We have a lot of major bars. We're based in 20 countries across the world. We have reps across the world. And from that, it's just installing our methodology into guys. And as I say, it evolves on a daily basis. So the thing that I love is, yes, it is our baby as a product, but it evolves on a daily basis. So it's not the same job in every day. So
yeah. Okay. And how long has Podium Apps been going for now, Ross?
Well, initially it's been going for 3 years, but it took about 6 to 7 months setting it up and getting everything installed. So within 3 years, we've grown from a small business in Northern Ireland across 20 countries. So yeah, it's slowly getting there.
Yeah. And again, this goes out to the people maybe watching this, the sales professionals or the sole traders or the self-employed or the freelancers. It wasn't easy, starting, but you persisted, and from talking to yourself before, Ross, one of the things that I've got from yourself is you're determined, you are persistent. And as I read a quote quite recently, we come from a culture where we just say, no's not enough, we have to keep going.
That's it, exactly. I mean, one of the things that, whether it's been I've been in sales ever since I left school. I've managed different sales teams. I've grown companies locally and grown companies throughout the UK and Ireland. I thought, well, if we've done that, we can do it anywhere else across the world. The world is a small place, believe it or not. There are fancy taxis called airplanes. And because of the use of technology, we can contact and sit We have reps across the world that we continuously Skype with. We use WhatsApp to communicate. We do lots of different things. And because of that, and because of the great way the technology evolves, we can close deals. We can do anything from that. And it's great because you don't necessarily have to be there in front of the person. Albeit, I do like the back to basics. I like to see the whites of people's eyes. I like to be challenged by people. I like someone to turn around and go, nah, I'm not interested. Because most people, and again, it's just my sales ethic, if someone says no, I don't stop at that unless I know that the product's not right for them or the service isn't right for them. But if it is right for them, then I'll usually ask why. And that's the big thing, because most people don't get that. We are very much, Podium has been built on the foundation of learning experiences that I've experienced and Kieran has experienced in our past, where we have maybe worked for companies and sales guys are out there for the quick win. They just want to get the quick win and forget about the customer. Whereas that's not the way that most successful companies do that. The methodology of sales that I believe is that you look at the most successful companies, whether it be Apple or whether it be, I don't know, Microsoft. And the big thing with that is they all have a pattern. They all have a pattern of persistence, and they all look at something, simplify it, creating their niche, and then going for it. And yes, they all have had adversities, as we have had. And there's nothing harder than being in the app industry and being dictated to and determined by Apple's, because effectively every app developer across the world, we build our sandcastles on Apple and Google's beaches, and what they say goes. And it's just a matter of they say it, and we have to find ways to embrace that and do different things. So technology is always evolving, but the big thing from that is, in general, with sales guys, anybody that we bring on or anybody that we nurture, it's a case of the product has to be right for the customer. If it's not right, don't sell it to them, because there's nothing more than we take the product as a baby as such. It's our baby, and if a customer is being missold something, or it's just a case, there's so many app companies or people who say they're app companies and are not using third-party people, and they go out and sign a customer up and then just leave them high and dry. One, that creates a problem within the industry of apps, because it's not giving the customer unique experience of how an app can benefit a business. And it doesn't even matter if it's apps, it's any service or any product. But the other thing is, if the customer's just left to their own devices, that customer will then move on to someone else, or there won't be like a loyalty or trust there. So we're very much, our unique selling point is we nurture our customers through. Our greatest salespeople, as much as we've got reps, is our customers, because they refer us on to other customers. And that's a key.
Okay, so you've got your product, you've got the ethics and the value, very much your ethics and your value is in your service. From meeting with you and talking to you, who you are as a person, that is within your product and service. I can safely say that, which is great. And it's very difficult. So for people out there who are maybe, they have their own business and they're providing their service, they're probably more like yourself, with a bit of themselves is in the business. But then you have other people out there who are salespeople, and they've been given a product and they've been told, right, sell this. So it could be phone lines, it could be mobile phones, it could be laptops, paper cups, plastic bags. Doesn't matter what it is. Do you think there's a little bit of you have to believe in the product that you're selling? Do you think that touching on mindset here, and how people react to selling? What is the right mindset?
The right mindset is, whenever you're chatting to someone directly, you build up the rapport with the customer, but the customer itself has to want the product. And yes, you can go down the sales routine of creating an emotional attachment and all of those different things, where you can imagine you're chatting with the customer, imagine this, imagine that, and the customer's become emotionally attached to what you're saying. Mm-hmm. There are all of the old sort of sales tricks that are available there. Mm-hmm. But quite frankly, the way that we have based this is, if we see a need or a niche for our product that can help a business, we get so many calls from customers who say, I'd like an app. The first thing we'll ask, is, okay, what is your business? I just want an app. Or what is the reason you want an app? I just want an app because everybody else has an app. Sorry, we're not in the game of doing that. There has to be a reason. An app is there to either promote or boost your brand, or complement it by actually increasing your revenue, because it's there to make money. It's not just to have a nice fancy toy in the background. Now, we do have companies who use our apps who are maybe tendering for a business, where they can say, look, we've got a website, we've got our own mobile app, we've got all different things, and that can work. but we're very selective on who we actually bring on as a customer, because if it's not going to benefit them, or ask their question straight away is, where do you see your company in 6 months, or how will an app benefit your company? If there's no reason, and this is a very important question that we have to say to our customers is, if I am a business's customer, fan or follower, why am I going to download your app? What's going to make it interesting? And if they can't answer that, then there's no reason for them to have an app.
Yeah, yeah.
And as much as we like to take people's money, we're very straight in business that way. There has to be a reason, because what we don't want is a disgruntled customer down the line saying, look, see, to be honest with you, I've taken that up, there's no need for it. And to be honest with you, it's wasted your time, because I don't want to be in that position, because it's wasted their time, my time, and obviously it's damaged our product as our baby, should we say. So we're very selective in what we do that way.
That kind of combines, you know, you understanding the customer, first of all, understanding, you know, the industry, most importantly, you know, prospect research is vital. So understanding the industry that you're in and the different industries that you're going to be going into, and understanding what those problems are in those industries. You know, it could be any product, so it doesn't matter whether you're selling an app or whether it's a plastic bag or a MacBook or whatever it may be. You need to understand your industry first. What are the pains that they're facing? And then you need to understand, you know, how you're going to fix those problems. I guess from what you're saying, that's what you're doing, you know, with Podium Apps.
The big thing is we obviously approach certain clients in different industries, and from that we listen to what their vision is. And if their vision is about growth, it's about creating revenue, it's about different things that ticks our boxes, that's great. We complement each other. And from that, you then, like, there's been customers that I've been out with, and we've maybe came to the decision, like, maybe an app's not for you at all, or just right now, maybe it's not for you. But because we've actually sat and spoken with those customers and they've liked us and we've created that rapport, they've went, you know what, this guy's actually, we say to customers, and it's very straight, look, this is either for you or it's not. There's no obligation. And by saying that, they're going, well, hold on here a second. It's very rare you don't get a killer salesperson who's trying to go out there and go, you need this, you need this, you need this. If they don't, or maybe it's not the right time, step back and that's fine. But we find a lot of the people that maybe that has happened to has then referred us into other customers where we then gain sales. And by doing that, it shows a credit to what we have built as a basis of our company, where we do listen, but it's a product that we're invested in and our sales guys are also invested in as well.
Yeah, so there's a bit of integrity there, most certainly. And again, I love the fact that you're saying that it's honest. Again, honesty is the best policy in sales. The days of snake oil salesman is dead. It's gone. Don't ever do it. Be honest with your customers. If you can't supply them with a service or a product, tell them. And who knows, they might refer you on to another customer, or they might come back to you in 5 years, 10 years time if you're still going. So I completely agree with you, and it happens to me all the time, and that's how I sell as well. I want to combine two things here: proactive salespeople and what we were sort of discussing, structure over routine. So if you want to touch on those two, your thoughts on those two things together.
Yeah. Well, but saying this completely from the opposite side, I do like technology, but I myself still like to work from an old diary. I like handwritten diaries. Yes, I have apps and software that I use to calendarize things, but again, I still like pen and paper. And the reason for that is it's just a routine. Sorry, I hate that word. Yeah. Structure. I hate the word routine. That you prospect customers and you move them from one page to another, and you get to keep it. And I have all of my old diaries of all of old clients that I've worked with over the years. And the beauty about it is a lot of clients that I've maybe dealt with in other businesses still deal with me in whatever I do moving on, because I build a rapport with those clients. I do get a lot of people and a lot of sales guys in general that say, and it's the same, if people are getting paid a wage, the big sales guys, they can either sit there and go, yeah, they know they're getting paid either way. And what sort of made me change my mind was at the time whenever I was working with a certain company, and they turned around and said, look, you can work on a commission-only basis. And from that sort of separated the wheat from chaff, should you say, because effectively you could write your own check, because the more you the more money that you made. And by doing that, that then really inspired me because it made me proactive. And the sales guy sitting around going, nah, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that. The interesting thing is, even with our sales teams that we have a group that we all WhatsApp in, no matter where they are across the world. And if someone wins a contract, they put it on that, and everybody encourages them from that because it's like, do you know what, well done. Now, the downside of that with me is I'm very competitive as a person, and I lead by example. So I need to be the best at what I do, and I always have been. So by doing that, I'm always on going one. Like, it's not me bumming and bragging about it, but it's encouraging other people to be doing that. And I would never ask any of the sales guys to do something that I would do myself. And I have walked up and down streets in the pouring rain and cold call people. I lift the phone and I cold call people. There's ways and means and different traits that people can get appointments, but for someone to sit and say, no, I can't get appointments, if they want it, they can do it.
Yeah, so that touching on that there, that's the proactive way. The reactive way that most people do and most business owners do is they will go to a networking event, they'll dish out a couple of leaflets, they'll dish out a couple of cards, and then they'll wait for people to phone them until they want their services. What we're saying here, and I'm very much the same mindset as you, go out and hunt down that business. Find that business, find the customers, talk to them, find their needs. If they don't have a need for your service, leave them, move on to the next one. Be proactive.
I'm always driving about with my phone, my camera ready, because I may be driving and see a vehicle, take a snap. My phone's full of photographs from family, friends, different things, and then you've just got a lot of pictures of vans and vehicles and shops and whatever else. And it's exactly the same way as we do prospecting. As I said, we mentioned the Dead Rabbit, world's best bar, which was, and they have a sister company. Again, back last year, we had grown the business to different countries, and I lived for a short period of time in the States, and I love America. If you've been to New York before, it's an amazing city to go and visit for tourism, but on a business side, it's completely different. There's such a high, it's such a vibrant and exciting city. But literally, I arrived, my brother and I actually went out, and we arrived just suited and booted and walked the streets and booked appointments, and we got some very nice clients out of it. But again, it's back to basics. Yeah. And that's the way that any business can survive. If you have people who are hungry, and it's not necessarily about making money. Yes, everybody likes to make money. With me, I've learned over the years, it's an interesting thing. It's the buzz. It's getting a deal. It's that wee buzz. It's a salesperson within me. I like talking to people. I like meeting people. But you grow networks that way. And that's exactly the way we done. We lead by example. Yeah.
Well, actually, listen, I kind of want to wrap it up there because I want to keep it nice and short. The part sort of from this here is persistence is key. Don't ever stop. So listen, just keep plugging away, keep doing what you're doing. If you want to speak to Ross in a bit more detail, I'll put the details in the video links and stuff, and you can reach out to Ross. If you want to have a chat about his apps and what he's doing in that industry, seriously, give him a shout. He knows his stuff. But in the meantime, Ross, listen, thanks very much for your
awesome.
Jumping on, and hopefully we can do another one sometime soon. Okay?
No problem. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.